relationship is something that gets taken for granted as far as the skills that are required to do a relationship, and that you don't really spend a lot of time developing those skills. And you think about how much time you spend developing the skills that you have for a job or something like that versus something that's going to be very important in your life. I think it's good to invest in that. So,
like, I believe pretty strongly that, a relationship is very, very important in life. And, if you have an opportunity to, solve some very, very common, problems or just smooth your life out a little bit, I think it really helps.
I think
It was nice coming in, starting off just with a positive goal of this is going to help to strengthen things.
it was just very inviting. I think immediately everyone kind of felt like this is a safe place that we could talk openly about, stuff that's pretty private, and I think that it was something where it never felt like there was any judgment or anything like that, for some.
I was concerned that Charles would feel uncomfortable, or I don't know. That was the only thing really. But I'm really happy that you were so open to it, and that it was like so inviting and productive and skills based.
I agree. I think that at the beginning I was a little bit skeptical, but after coming here and in these 2 days, I feel like time passed really fast. I really feel like I learned a lot. My eyes kind of reopened actually, knowing a lot of areas that I didn't aware of, and so it's a great experience.
It was well structured. It went over like a lot of different topics. I also really liked that, you gave a good overview of everything. Talked a lot about, experiences that, couples generally go through, that it's a common experience in many ways, and then opened up a lot of, time for us to, break and discuss have our own conversations as well.
It was nice to have it formatted the way it was, where the first day you kind of get all the information and you learn a lot about the fundamentals of what the overview is of what's to come, and then the second day you spend a little bit more time on the exercising portion of it, doing the actual engagement side of it, because I think
the material is a lot actually, but also it's easy for me to understand. The way that you presenting material is very clear, and I like the format, very organized. So through especially the exercising part, that I can kind of practice what I've learned. And
I didn't know how it would be like with a lot of people together in the workshop, but I actually really like listening to other couples' concerns and the way they see their relationship. I just think it's very educational to see how we work as a couple and see how other people work as a couple.
So like here are these good ideas for how to relate to each other and how to handle conflicts and how to connect to each other, and so now we kind of have a shared idea about that.
The parts of like conflict management and being able to recognize patterns, and I think the first day kind of really going into all the different things that play into that, and really focusing on awareness and how conflicts can start, and just kind of the cyclical aspect of conflicts and how to avoid them or break that cycle. And
both of us, we really were able to use the skills that you taught us, and we really were able to discuss at a deeper level without going into the cycle that you mentioned.
Strengths, and not trying to make our strength the other person's strength, instead just like moving a little bit towards each other.
We've been together, close to 6 years now, and there are some issues where we certainly have the same conversations in the same ways every single time, and I was amazed that, in the span of, a weekend, we had some new conversation, or we had the same conversations in a completely different way, and that was pretty amazing to me.
understanding her feelings, my feelings, my own, underneath layers, the importance of appreciation. I think that's very important.
Each one of you, came in and listened in and offered some insights, and every single time I was amazed that, you guys were able to like cut right to the heart of, what was actually going on, and, again, like, help us break out of, some of the patterns that otherwise, we would just do again and again.
Everyone kind of all coming over to us and checking in, that was really good too, to get a little like one-on-one, like, okay, here's what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of like taking the preventative approach to medicine instead of the reactive, So it's definitely something you should do, even if it's like you're not having problems or something. You're investing in something that is going to be a huge part of your life, and I think like having those skills and really like honing those skills or those tools to really, lay a foundation for a great relationship is something that's very important. It's like investing in yourself,